When you talked about scaling up, you famously are building this huge place in Ohio, Arsenal. You built that first one, and what have you learned? This is because some people look at you and say you're a brilliant technology company. That's one thing, but the real skill you have is in producing stuff.
Everyone tells you manufacturing ramps are incredibly painful, and you can believe that, and then you go through it, and it's like there's a big difference in the emotional experience of thinking you're going to get punched in the face and getting punched in the face. And so it is hard. It is legitimately hard. It is just one of the most complex operational things you can pull off.
It's a 5 million square foot.
This is like a large campus, 5 million square foot. We got the first building already filled, starting to produce. But just the process of going through and like the thousands of parts that all have to land on time with quality and be delivered. It's like you missing one part, you don't ship the thing. Yeah. And so just the apparatus you have to build up. And the fascinating thing to me is it's like when we look for a head of manufacturing, I could not find someone who had built a new manufacturing system that was American. It is not a skill set that was valued. The best and brightest were not going into manufacturing. For a lot of other countries, that was a highly aspirational job, and you got really good people going into it. But in the US, we essentially said for a whole generation, this does not matter, you should not go into it, and we outsourced the whole thing. So this process of rebuilding manufacturing competence in the US and getting that back, that is a generational problem. But what I've been seeing is beyond what we're doing on this, the Y Combinator classes have a ton of manufacturing startups. Some of the best minds in AI coming out of senior people from OpenAI and other places are starting manufacturing AI startups. Like there's a massive push into this that is we're going to benefit from tremendously.
When you come to Arsenal 2, could that be in an allied country? Could that be outside the United States?
Absolutely. So I think our view on this is it seems like if you're an allied country, you would want to have, as a goal, I would like to be able to spend money and get weapons in a predictable way. That seems like a good feature of your defense procurement system. I do not think that is the current system most people are living in, which is you spend money and in some time in the future in an unpredictable way, you may or may not get those weapons.
And have you zeroed in on any country that could be the place for that?
We haven't locked into any one country, but when you look across Europe, there's a lot of manufacturing talent that exists, and the way we designed our systems, we can tap into a supply chain that isn't traditionally aerospace and defense. And that's a huge feature of how we designed our systems. And we've kind of designed it for this ability to kind of localize production wherever we are. And it's relatively inexpensive. We try to drive skilled labor out of the assembly we do, not need overly precise part. There's all these things you can change about how you build your stuff that we've really focused on, and I think is going to pay out in terms of rapidly being able to build up manufacturing capacity in a lot of different regions around the world.